Hey guys, welcome to the Cultural Revivalist Kitchen. Today we're going to talk about lacto fermenting vegetables, and we're going to show you how to make some dilly carrots. This is one of our favorite recipes, and you can find it on our website if you want to check out how to do it at home, if you didn't get it on the video. So all you need to do to lacto ferment vegetables is have a vegetable and have some salt and have some water, and you're good to go. We have some organic carrots here. As we've mentioned before, you want to do the best you can with what you've got. So if you can get organic, get organic. You don't want a bunch of crap on your vegetables when you're trying to make good, healthy, nourishing probiotics out of them. But if all you can get is non-organic, that's fine too. It's better to have them than to not have them at all.
We're not peeling them today because these are good organic carrots and they're nice and clean. But if you were concerned about where they came from, you can always peel them. Or if you just don't prefer the texture, some people don't like to peel, which is weird to me. But to each their own. This is the beauty of doing it yourself, is you can do it however you like.
Chef's choice. Peel or don't peel, but we're not peeling. So what I'm going to do is cut our carrots on our nice little handy-dandy Cultural Revivalist cutting board. We had these special engraved with ruler markings on the side to make sure we could get consistent cuts every time, because when you get consistent cuts, you get consistent ferments. You want your pieces fermenting along the same way. If you have some small and some large, you're going to get some mushy by the time the other ones are ready to go. So while I cut these carrots up, Lindsay can explain to you the brine process.
So this is the same for pretty much any vegetable. You can mix and match. I got asked that the other day if it works to use eggplants and peppers together, for example, or carrots and green beans. This is a great way to use up odds and ends and scraps actually from a different recipe. So if you've got a handful of carrots and a couple pieces of onion and some green beans and a little garlic, whatever you have is totally fine to make yourself a little ferment. It's a great way to use them up so that they don't go bad in your fridge. The brine is the staple throughout all of them, and the rule is about 1 teaspoon of salt per cup of water. So this one's a pint and a half jar. This is a really fun size for carrots specifically because they're tall and skinny, just like your jar. So I'm going to add right about 3 teaspoons of salt. And not a big deal. If your ferment comes out really salty, you can either rinse it off a little bit and use some of your brine, which is not the end of the world, or you can just use it as a condiment. Traditionally, fermented foods would have been a condiment anyway, just a little topper for whatever you're making. 1 forkful is all your probiotics anyway, so it doesn't take much.
Or if you get very salty fermented vegetables, you can mix them with something like cabbage, potatoes, or meat when you eat them, because those are all really good with salt.
And they are excellent even cooked. So we get that question a lot, oh, doesn't that kill the probiotics? Yes and no. Yes, you are not probably going to have all the same active live cultures in a cooked ferment, but you're still getting the benefits of increased digestibility, increased flavor, plus some of the latest research is showing that you're still getting some of the probiotic benefits just by having their DNA in there. So having existed is enough to give your body some great benefits. So if you have a ferment that doesn't turn out the way that you like it, or you're just not a fan, or it's too salty, throw it in a soup. Throw some in a pot of whatever you're making, throw it in a pasta sauce, sneak it in whichever way you can. Kids that won't eat them, that's a great way to do it too. Whatever will get them into your diet.
So that's some roughly uniform sticks here.
And they wouldn't have to be sticks. I do little rounds because I don't like making sticks.
So I have all these little nubs on the other end. You can just do some rounds and pack them in a different jar. You probably shouldn't mix them because you're going to ferment very differently as far as length of time goes. But you can pack your rounds in a little pint jar and have them both ways.
And you'll see some recipes say heat your water and melt your salt and then let it cool. Look, there's no rule. You can dump your salt in at the top. You can dissolve your salt in at the beginning. Just make sure you checked out our basics video where we talk about ingredients and tools to make sure you're using the right stuff. And then we'll go ahead and pack these in here. And you could add garlic to these or not. I have had people come up to us at events and say, I would love to do ferments, but everything has garlic in it, and I'm sensitive to garlic, or I don't like garlic. I don't know what to do. Well, garlic's great because it is somewhat preservative naturally, so it'll keep it from going bad, but it's not necessary. The salt will do that by itself too. So there's no reason that you have to. We're pretty much full there. Flip them upside down.
If you want to get into the medicinal properties of some of the herbs and spices you can add, that's one reason I put garlic in a lot of my ferments, is because it does have the natural antibiotic properties. It's great for cold and flu season, for bolstering your immune system and fighting off all the plagues that always go around school or the office. But it's not for everybody. There's plenty of other herbs and spices you can use for that same benefit.
So we usually use dill. You could use fresh or dried, just because it makes it a really fun flavor. That's that pickled flavor, like dill pickles that you're used to and expect. But you could totally leave it out and have just plain fermented carrots. I actually threw these in a crock pot with a roast last time and made just really delicious roast because I didn't have fresh carrots. So I overfilled it a little bit. That's okay. You can put the weight in, or for this, it wouldn't necessarily need a weight. That's the risk. And let's just, I've got the fattest weight. Some of them are really, really, really sturdy, and some of them a little less.
As long as your brine stays over top of the vegetables, you're fine. You don't need to weight it down, and since the carrots are pretty well packed in there, they're not going to be floating up.
And again, these are the fermentation tops we use just because they're the easiest to use. I like silicone instead of plastic, and they're dishwasher safe, which is the key to my life. So, fermented carrots, let them sit on the counter 3 days or so,
Or more, if you like them softer.
and throw them in the fridge. Enjoy.